Good morning out there in the DFS community. It's Vaughn, the Stat Man, coming into your YouTube airwaves, and welcome to the Stat Room. How is everybody doing this wonderful, wonderful morning? All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into my picks, let me get into my positive word. And my word for this fine morning is you. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know who you are? If someone asked you a question and they asked you, who are you? How would you answer that question? If your answer is, what do you want to know? Then you have no clue who you are. And I feel sorry for you. I actually have pity for you because when you don't know who you are, you're capable of falling for anything. You're capable of following the wrong people. And most of the times when you don't know who you are, you're someone who has a low self-esteem and you will just do anything for attention. Like that's why you see women coming out the house half naked. That's why you see guys having 20, 30 women because the self-esteem is low and they need that reassurance. So it's important to know who you are. So take a day and just write down, like, who are you? What do you like? What don't you like? What are things that you love? Like me, one thing that I know I love is I love to motivate people. I love to better myself. I love to read. I love to work out. I love to eat the right foods. And I have my flaws. But if you ask me who I am, I can talk to you 20 minutes about who I am because I know who I am, my flaws and my strengths. So the question to you, ladies and gentlemen, who are you? When you can answer that, you're on your way to greatness. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there with you. All right, guys, so before I get into my picks, let me introduce myself, guys. I am Vaughn the Stat Man. You can follow me on Twitter at Vaughn the Stat Man. And, guys, check out the website, vaughnthestatman.com. All right, on DraftKings NFL, we were at the top of most of the leaderboards. Fanduel, we did extremely well in double ups. And because I don't play Fanduel on NBA or NFL, but on Fanduel, we had some scores that actually did well in the double ups. A lot of my subscribers did well with their head-to-head contests. And in DraftKings, we had some really, really good scores. So I'll go through some of the players that I had, and I'll go through my hits and my misses. All right, so the best running back of the week was McCaffrey. He put up 41.2. Schuster was the best wide receiver. He put up 31.4. Denver's defense was top 3. They put up 13 points. All right, I had Jameson Winston. He put up 22.8. Barkley had 29.7, running back. Chubb had 26.3. Edelman had 16.4. Cameron Brate, tight end, 10.1. And Mixon had 19. My miss was Goodwin. Goodwin gave me 6.2. Goodwin and Jameson Winston typically has a good rapport. And Jameson Winston typically looks for him in the end zone because they typically double team their star receiver. And Deshaun Jackson sometimes is also double teamed. So normally around the goal line, that's why I figured he would get 13. But that's fantasy. That's the good and the bad. And it's not bad. He gave 6.2. It's not like he gave a 0. But I was expecting to get about 10 to 12 points. But it didn't happen. So I'm on to this week. All right, guys. So let me just explain one thing when you're playing NFL. This is extremely important for NFL. If you listen to this, you probably will lose less money. The NFL is the most volatile of all the sports because you'll have a team like the Houston Texans and you'll be like, yes, Deshaun Watson and Hopkins, and then he'll throw 2 touchdowns to Demaryius Thomas. In the NFL, I will say this. If your lineup looks perfect, you're going to lose. It's just what it is. When it looks like, hey man, I got the right players, you're gonna lose. When your lineup looks grimy and ugly, and you're like, I don't know, that's when you'll put up a 200. That's how fantasy football works. So go against what you've been doing all season, and then you'll win this week. All right, guys. So, and also in NFL, this is very important. When you're talking GPPs are 3 times harder to cash in NFL than they are in NBA because by the volatile nature of the NFL. You'll have a running back who hasn't played all year, and then around the goal line, they'll give him 2 carries, and he'll get two touchdowns And the star running back, I have 80 yards but no touchdowns. And then the third string guy, I have both the touchdowns. So in NFL, I recommend to not play unlimited entry GPP unless you're going to play 10 entries. If you're not going to throw 10 lineups in an unlimited entry GPP, you probably are not going to win it. If you do, you'll probably double your money. Like I said, it's more volatile. But if you're a risk taker and if you haven't won by now, then hey, keep on going. Maybe this week will be your week. But I think to play the smarter games is to play more of the head-to-heads, double-ups. And if you want to do it a GPP, do single entry because everyone has one shot at it. I like my odds when everybody can just put one in, even though sometimes the Sharks probably have 5 or 6 different, accounts. I do believe that the Sharks, they'll have their girlfriend create an account, then their best friend, so they'll have 5 or 6 different accounts. I don't believe that they just use one account. I just don't believe that. When you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, you have to expect the unexpected. But we don't worry about that because we're shark killers around here. All right, guys, so let me get right into the picks, guys. So for my quarterback, I'm giving you Watson. I call him Deshaun Watson. Anybody ever watched that old movie, Coming to America? Randy Watson. That's who he is, Deshaun Watson. That boy got talent. Yeah, Deshaun got talent. And I think against Cleveland at home, I think Deshaun will give us at least 24 points. All right, at the running back position, I'm giving you Gus Edwards. The Ravens have decided to go with Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens do that run-pass option where they're going to run the ball 30 times a game. Gus Edwards, he's going to get the ball 22 to 24 times a game. Jackson's going to run it another 10 times. So when a guy is the focal point of the offense, I want him in my lineup. All right, so next, at the wide receiver position, I'm going Hopkins. And if you look at Hopkins, I love him coming off of a quiet week. All right, he did well. He had 6 targets, caught 5 for 74 yards. He didn't get into the end zone. He'll get into the end zone against Cleveland. All right, and last but not least, the boomstick player of the night is none other than Jared Cook. Cook, my philosophy all season has been Cook at home, start him. And if you look, 10, 10, 7, look on the road, 3, look at home, 15. He had 2 against Seattle, but look at here, Cleveland, 27. So I love Jared Cook. All right, so there you have it, guys. Cook, Hopkins, Gus Edwards, and Deshaun Watson. All right, guys, so for those who have purchased my NBA season deal over the past week, or if you purchase it today or over for the rest of the season, NFL will be free. So when you buy the NBA season, NFL is free. And we destroyed NBA last night. We absolutely was on fire. I put up a 290 on DraftKings, and a 290 took down some contests last night. All right, guys, so that's it, guys. So I'm on to today. So, guys, don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And, guys, don't forget to think and ink. That means write it down so that way it can come true. And, ladies and gentlemen, when you can figure out who you are, that's when you will soar. Love you, ladies and gentlemen.